Hey guys, Tank here. Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I was actually watching a movie with my wife and it ended up being longer than I thought. So let me grab the chat. I just sent out the email for people to join into the video chat, and I will post a link here in the chat in a second. About chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good.
How are you doing, Brad? Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
No.
No.
I got a new bright car from my friend's wife because she buys all the presents. So I got a 14 scale car with a micro motor in it.
Okay.
It does have a plug that goes into the system, and I'm wondering if I could find such a plug and get a faster micro motor to make it move faster. Because I think it only may do 6 miles an hour if I'm lucky. It looks like a motor that's for micro drones.
Okay.
They have ones that are fast enough to move a 14 scale car that are faster than what I have.
I don't know. How are you doing, guys, in the chat? We have a bunch of people in the chat. Brad was there for a while till I sent him the email. Jim Ryan, aka Pigeon Kicker. Now that's not nice. Pigeon Kicker.
I said the same thing. I said, "Did you kick one?" Says no, but I tried in Germany. I go, but it won.
Jim Ryan finally got his RC tank program and driving. Cool. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta put a little link. You guys want to jump in? I just posted a link here in the chat. Oh, Brad just turned on his video. Everybody be careful. I am not in control of content that other people post. RC Master, how are you doing? JMRC, how are you doing? Who else has been posted? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you guys too. Brad saying, if you're in the military, thanks for serving. Cool. 6 years, 8 months, and 14 days for Jim in the military.
Hello, James.
Hey, James, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Doing really good.
So you're a pigeon kicker?
Well, it's an old Army nickname. We went out when I first got there, got all hammered, went a German beer, and tried kicking a pigeon on the way back on the cobblestone and slipped and fell, and I wasn't walking right for a while. The pigeon won, so they called me Pigeon Kicker from then on out. I couldn't get the damn thing. It was so long ago.
Nice story.
At Pigeon won. So how's everyone doing? How you doing, Tank?
Doing good, doing good.
Excellent, excellent.
So I had my little figure, which is the mini tank, the one I actually modified to look a little bit more like me. And for Christmas, I asked for this guy, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bill? Or no, who was
Bean, that? Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Bean, that's right.
So it's going to be funny. I'm going to make some funny shots with this summer, with some stupid shots. So
putting them in the landscaping and stuff like that.
Yeah, him screwing up and doing stupid things.
Right on, right on. I'll be looking for him.
Cool. Bobby's RC, how you doing? Shane, how you doing? It reminds me, I got to put a link in the Facebook also. People in Messenger. Have you guys seen a picture of that new Traxxas?
Which one?
The new Snap-on Traxxas.
Oh yeah, the one you had on the header.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it closely. I haven't looked at it closely.
Oh, I found another picture that was actually put, and there's a lot of trucks coming from cars and trucks coming from Traxxas.
Huh. What's the time frame looking like? You know?
Don't know, but Traxxas actually sent a whole bunch of people emails telling them to take down the pictures that everybody was seeing on Facebook.
Really?
Yep. So
Somebody
they might
leaked
actually
it, huh?
ask me to change my header picture once they notice it or something.
Huh. Well, I wonder if they were leaked from somebody in Traxxas then, or one of their distributors.
I think it was Snapon that leaked it, and because their 100th anniversary stuff, and
Just
Traxxas
didn't
wanted to
get
do
the-
something with it. So
Yeah. Didn't read the fine print.
no, somebody sure didn't.
Oh.
Now who else? Oh, I actually sent a picture to Tony. Let's see if I can't make it big. And we'll start off with that one. So this is all the other RCs that are coming from Traxxas. So here's a TRX4, and you see the size difference. So theoretically, the TRX4 will fit onto there. There's a red rat rod that's coming out. It looks like there's a black one also. And there's this car. It looks like a Ferrari.
Are they all hobby grade?
Yeah, they're all Traxxas.
So the red hot rod looks like it's on the back of the truck. Already, is it?
Yeah, the red ones in the back of the truck.
Yeah. So the truck looks more like it'd be for like 1/24 scale or something, is it?
Yeah, if you really compare it to a, well, yeah, yes and no, because if this is 1/10, this does look kind of big compared to the car. But this is a 1/10, and this should fit on there. But yeah, the pickup truck, and I don't know. You'd really have to measure the wheelbase to compare with the real truck and how much width and all that and how big it is, and to see if they really went true to scale.
Yeah.
But it's doubtful. They sometimes just make it match the wheelbase, the wheel width and base, and make it look good.
Yeah.
But
so maybe-
Traxxas looks like Traxxas have 1, 2, and 3 new cars coming out. This special anniversary Snap-on.
Yeah. So maybe they seen how good Axel done with the 1/24 scale. So they're gonna try and hit that market, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
That looks like a perfect flatbed for a 1/24.
I hope they make the flatbed that actually it's working. I hope they made a flatbed that's actually
Proper. No, yeah.
functional.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Frank, they look like Tamiya realism vehicles, which is unusual for them.
But that's the old Bronco. That's the old Snap-on Bronco, though. No, you see that from the side. It actually has like red rims around it. Like, cause
Yeah, my screen's so big I can't exit out of this screen. Oh, there we go. Now I can mute you.
Was that?
Okay.
Yeah, who are you asking?
No, I said last year they brought a Bronco, a Snap-on Bronco out last year, a limited edition Bronco.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
ARC
guys?
Propaganda, how you doing?
I'm good. Can you see me, hear me?
I can see you. I can hear you.
All right. New camera looking good.
Sounds like a little bit of reverb there.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got it probably going through a mixer. Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean. I'm Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean goes on holiday.
Yeah. I'm going to have fun with Mr. Bean.
Mr. Beam is cool. I watched a lot of him with my buddies in Germany when we were in the field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, when I saw this bendable Mr. Bean thing, it's a Crawler Concept that actually posted a link, and he said he found it on, was it on eBay or Amazon? I can't remember. So I searched for him right away, and I found him. And my wife says, "What do you want for Christmas?" So that was the first thing. The first link I sent her is the Mr. Bean, and she likes Mr. Bean, so she just picked it up.
Mr. Bean does some of the best Christmas holiday specials ever.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed Mr. Bean a little bit more better than Mr. Bill.
Oh, what's that? Was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, Mr.
Yeah.
Oh.
These are only available at Target. You know how hard these things are to track down?
No.
Super hard. These right here are for resale on eBay.
You're getting an awful lot of reverb propaganda.
Yeah.
No, it sounds fine to me. That's weird.
Yeah, somebody keeps on having some reverb.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
But anyway, I found these two today, and now I have at least these. I just need the Bebop and Rock Steady, man. So hard to find. I was excited about this.
I'm sure you get them online somewhere.
Yeah, but they're like twice the price.
Now, Bebop and Rock Steady, that's the rhinoceros and the pig, right?
Correct.
Okay. You got do you have the rat?
Not released. So this is the cartoon paint. That's why they're vibrant looking like that.
Okay.
So when that's the second wave of the new Turtles in that style they did. I just learned all this. It all started with my wife wanting a Ninja Turtle driver. And here I am now buying all these Turtles because they're so cool.
So Splinter wasn't released?
Not in a new set, but they are gonna release those ones I just showed are for Target. Now the one GameStop gets are movie paint, so they look like the 1990s movie. So they're gonna release the Foot, Shredder, and Splinter in February, and I got a pre-order. So they're gonna look really detailed like the movie. Because the Foot in this set, actually I have them right here, don't look like the movie or anything. I don't know what these little mutants are, but these are pretty cool. But don't look like the movie, that's for sure. I'm dying for Casey Jones. I love original Ninja Turtle stuff.
My son used to be into them a lot.
Man, I couldn't watch them. They were annoying as hell. So they were. Oh, bunga, dude. That's all you got out of them. They annoyed my heart.
So I want to know, you started this because your wife wanted a Teenage Mutant Ninja driver for her truck, I guess. Did she get it?
Well, not yet. So what happened was the original Turtles, right? I realized, okay, the size of them, they weren't going to make good drivers.
Yeah.
And I found another one that kind of looked good, and I got it for $7. I'm not sure what ones they were, but it wasn't really that good, and I felt bad. I was just trying to come up with funny Christmas gifts for her. So I got her a real gift, and then I got her some, RC drivers, and so I got a Splinter too, but it's an original from the 90s with the KB toy sticker on it still. And so she's like, I can't open this. So we have it hanging on the wall. And then I found these Turtles, and I got a set in Sacramento, California. I had to go there for some stuff. And then once I opened them, I'm like, oh my God, like these would be perfect. And so now I need to have them.
So you started some RC stuff. Now you're into collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Are you gonna get the movies?
Well, I already have the movies. Actually, when I met my wife, that was something we bonded on. She had the box set of the Ninja Turtles
Frank.
movies.
Okay. Oh. Somebody is sending video back to me, or audio. Somebody's listening to the live stream.
Background music, it sounds like. Background sound.
No, I can hear propaganda talking about his wife again there somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, mute your mic once more. I think you just unmuted yours, didn't you?
It's Brad. Brad, you
Yep.
somehow, Brad, you're watching 2 live videos. Yeah, because as soon as I mute you, it's weird. It's as if you're listening to live video and you're actually in the live video also. Brad, you somehow, Brad, you're watching. There we go. We're hearing myself again. So I just muted him. Either close your phone, reset, retry the email, and come back in and fix that issue. Would be very much appreciated. Okay.
Oh, someone's in the dirt.
Coming back.
I can't hear you well on my phone, so it won't let me totally mute you guys, so I can use my stereo, so you won't get that reverb. But it won't let me totally on my phone totally mute you guys on the phone, so I can hear you.
Brad, what I was hearing was the background coming through. So if you turn your sensitivity down a little bit, it might cut that out.
I did try to turn it down all the way. It wouldn't let me.
Okay. The problem is you're probably listening to the YouTube stream on your stereo, right?
Yeah, because I have a hard time hearing you guys on my phone.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I can hear you better through my
You can't do that. You got to take the
cell
headphones
phone,
out.
so I can hear you better on the stereo.
Okay. If you do that, I have no problem you doing that, but you're going to have to mute your mic. And every time you want to talk to us, you're going to have to unmute it.
See, the problem is there's a millisecond delay. It's like a 1/10 of a second late or a 15th of a second late. And
So, Brad,
the automatic microphone cutout where it filters it out, it doesn't look for it at that time, so it just lets it come through.
Yeah.
You play it in 2 different spots.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
There, sounds like you got it worked out.
Has anyone made any new RC purchases already in the new year?
So propaganda, are you Australian? I see you drinking.
I can hear you. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I'm not really a drinker. Every once in a while, well, every week, like a couple nights a week, I like to have.
So you can hear me?
I can hear you. Hear you, Brad. Yeah,
Hey, Tamiya, Brad, I can hear you.
Yeah, we
Not
can
out
hear
to
you.
purchase any new ones. I'm looking for some more used ones. I like
Some
getting
used
the used ones.
Yeah, well, I'm building the Vanquish at the minute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh, I forgot you picked that up.
on the video too, which is weird also.
Yeah, so I'm building that. And then underneath my table, I have this to build after that. I have that to build after the Vanquish. And then I have this one to build after that as well. So a couple of nice builds.
Hey, Santa was nice to you.
How'd you get on Santa's nice list?
Huh?
How'd you get on Santa's nice list?
Well, Santa was good. I bought some myself. I was good to myself.
I asked Santa, but
Information, you know?
Cool. Welcome, Jack. Welcome in the video chat.
Yeah,
Hey, g'day. Happy New Year for everyone.
Happy New Year.
Jack, they say you probably was drinking your Foster's beer, Jack.
I don't know how that guy's drinking that poison, mate.
it's not
That is
really,
the worst beer that we ever produced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say. Australians.
Oh,
hate
it's a shocker.
Fosters.
It's a shocker, mate. The poppies like it, though.
And you Jack. Happy New
I
Year.
like it. I'm not a beer guy, but I can take these. I like them.
If you can find Vic Bitter, which is Melbourne beer, get onto that, mate.
Gloucester's bad.
You can't see it from all them wildfires, Jack.
Yeah, the wildfires, are they close to you?
No, they're the whole in New South Wales, out on the coast, where all these people are stranded on the beach. There's like 4,000 or something.
Oh yeah.
And whole towns have just been wiped out. They're bringing the armies coming in today and the Navy, because where the fires are on the bottom of Victoria and on the New South Wales south coast, those towns have been obliterated. So the smoke's all over the place, even up here. I'm north of Melbourne, so and the smoke's just blowing everywhere, mate.
Yeah, the smoke
They're
is
terrible.
bad.
It's terrible.
On the beach and everything.
Yeah, that's shocking. Well, they fled to
the health of everybody, because the smoke is pretty bad for
the
the
smoke. Yeah, well, I think there was 2 that died from smoke inhalation when they went on the beach. All right, you can go in the water, but how can you breathe?
Yep.
You know, day was night. There's some home videos that some people took. It was complete darkness in the day. And then you had the firestorms which lit up the sky. It's terrible. When we get bushfires here, we get them. But towns are being just completely obliterated.
A couple of years ago, the ones we had here in California, like my throat, like I was getting a little irritated because it was just day after day after day, and we don't have AC, so I have to leave the window open because it gets cold at night, even though it's hot during the day. Otherwise, you can't sleep, and then that smoke's coming in all night. It's like, I can't imagine what it's like if you're actually like close to the fire.
Yeah. No, but it's heartbreaking, especially for the elderly that can't escape and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the animals, all the animals, man.
Yeah, a lot of animals for sure. So we've got the fires. I'll just give you a rough idea. They're going from north of New South Wales into Victoria and then down to the bottom of Victoria. If you watch the news and you see the maps, you'll actually see. I'm north of Melbourne. I'm from the CBD. I'm on the brink of hitting country. So if I travel another, say, from here, I'll go in miles for you guys, say 8 miles, I'll be in the country.
Okay.
So I'm very close to the country.
Like real country in Australia, like grasslands and fences you got to close and all that.
But we've had droughts, and that's not helping. And you know, the thing, I'm not going to go on about this, but the thing is, I've watched a couple of stories where you have houses in the middle, and then you have houses on the outside of the houses in the middle, untouched, but the houses beside it burnt to the ground. I just don't understand how that works. There was a lady on her property. She had, I think, 5 or 6 go-karts, all but one burnt, and they're all next to each other. So I don't know how it's working, mate. I don't know how the fire just skips some places, and you know, when you see it, it's quite sad, really, because you know, especially the person that's got the house still standing, how are they feeling about their neighbours?
Does that grassland out there grow really slow, or is it like kind of a normal growing, to replace itself?
Well, yeah, no, we've had drought for a few years here, and it's very hard. That the farmers are copping it silly, you know. They're just in dire straits. They're completely dire straits out there. So you know, they're having a hard time because they can't grow nothing. So if it's dry, all you need is some idiots to light the fires, like they usually do. Like when they say lightning strikes and all that sort of stuff, but all you need is a spark somewhere, and up it goes.
Yeah,
it's just,
that's so bad, man. I mean, it was just out here in the U.S. this last summer.
Well,
the last couple of summers.
It's the electric companies that keep setting them off.
Yeah, I got told a story with the New South Wales fires. They said that it was deliberately lit to put a railway line in there. Now think about that. How easy would it be to knock down trees and everything or whatever by a bushfire? Right? It makes the job easier for them, right? Then they can put the railroad that goes from Melbourne to Sydney or whatever.
Yeah, put the railroad in now. When all the land's burnt, then they can
Yes,
build property.
It's easy for them to put the railway in then. So
yeah, they can put the railway in, now they can put property, because now they can say the trees are gone and damaged.
Yep.
Before they couldn't touch the land. So now
Correct.
they can.
But once again, the property developers are going to be, they're going to be rubbing their hands,
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to be rubbing their hands once they rebuild and stuff like that. When we had the Black Saturday fires back in 2009, where over 100 people died.
Well, it was terrible. I was watching some TV footage here of the koalas. Like the koalas are trying to go away, but they're actually walking through the fire and getting burnt, and they don't know better. They just want to go that way, but they can't, and they're all burnt, and it's crazy how many koalas actually died.
Yeah, it's very, very sad. A lot of animals get them wiped out for sure. Yeah, cattle, whatever, horses, all the kangaroos, koalas, and it's just terrible. And we've just hit summer. We just started summer, so it's going to get worse and worse. Anyway. Yeah. You got a feel for the people out there. And in the extreme heat, you got 40 plus weather conditions again. Today's another hot one here.
You guys need to get more drones. If you get more drones, then you can make wind, and it can cool you off.
What kind of crap is that? That was great, Tank. I love it.
Well, actually, the people flying the drones in California actually got in trouble because they were hindering the rescue parties when they tried to go in with the helicopters.
Yeah.
So many people putting their drones up to try and get video that the helicopters actually couldn't go in.
Yeah, but I'm saying to fly the drone after the fire's gone, just to cool everybody off. During a fire is not good because the drone is actually going to light the fire more. It's going to produce air for it.
Good idea.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, 12 critters in the house.
Hey.
Yeah, mate. I see Propaganda finally got his camera, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Propaganda got his camera. He's a movie star now.
He just wanted to show off his
Yeah, Brad, what's up?
I wanted to know where it's not burning in Australia.
Well, it's not burning here, is it?
No, you're not running very fast, so I guess
not. Running. No, I can't run very fast anyway, James.
Jack is hot, but not that hot.
That's correct.
So, Jim, what is that tank behind you? Is that one you're building yourself?
Yeah, is that the big tank?
Yeah, that's a kit from this is a kit from Field of Armor. It's a 1/6 scale Tiger 1 World War II tank.
Oh, is that from England? The tanks from England, yeah.
I just got the motors working on it, and I just got it programmed and got the RC working on it. So now it's time to put the deck on the top and get the turret shooting.
Cool. And how much a kit like that worth about?
I don't know if I don't think you can get the kit anymore, but they still sell like the wheels and tracks and stuff. Back in '85, when the guy got it and stuck it in his attic, it was $625 or $650, something like that. And each track is $150 to replace one side of the track. So it's actually pretty. I had to slow it down. I didn't want to pop the pins in it. I turned it up to 6S, and then cut it back down to 4S. So it goes pretty good on 4S.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want to be replacing parts on that stuff.
Yeah, right on. But yeah, I'm proud of it, man. It runs really good, dude.
It looks sweet. Like,
been building it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Tank, you did say if someone found something else to build. Buddy of mine down the road found this, and it like, I don't know, it was some kid or his had it, and he said it was an RC. Does anyone recognize this?
That rings a bell.
Does it? It used to be RC, he said.
It's missing
I
a
have no
part.
clue.
What's that? 1/8 scale, was it?
I don't know. It fits on, you know, like the Traxxas Stampede. It
Yeah, the
a little bit
slasher
wider, or
Stampede.
the slash wheelbase. Kind
That
of
would,
slash.
that would be cool for a slash drag car.
Yeah, it would be cool for a slash.
Yeah,
But
that'd be a nice slash drag body.
so it's just empty. There used to
Yeah.
be like a bunch of wheels and stuff on it. New Bright. Who said New Bright?
Probably.
Yeah.
That might be
Probably
true
is a New
because he
Bright.
said it was like a Walmart deal or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so probably was New Bright. Yeah, but that would be cool as a slash drag body.
It would, yeah, like 4-wheel drive, like a slash, stick it on a
Yeah.
slash.
That'd be nice.
That's your next
I don't know.
project. Get a slash and put it under a slash. Or on
Yeah,
top.
this one's next year after the tank's done now.
Okay. Cool.
Right on.
It's a good find, that's for sure.
New Bright. So now I know where I can get parts. Thank you very much, Steve-O.
Or do you in the chat in the other
Look for 57 Chevy New Bright body. Maybe you'll find it. Find some other one. Steve-O wins. Yes, Steve-O, you win.
Oh, Tony.
Super cool body, yeah.
Someone that says they've got the same 57 Chevy. I used it on eBay about 3 years ago. That was Andy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, in there, the things in the front actually work. There's a lever that goes down underneath. So we're gonna drill it out and stick some LEDs up in there. So when
Yeah.
the front opens up, you get the light coming out. It might be cool. You never know.
Yeah, cool.
Have to keep you guys up to date on it.
Nice project. Now coming back to this guy, this big guy, Snap-on Ultimate RC hauler. I was looking at the pictures and I'm glad that
I knew I saw that truck.
Is that 10 scale?
Which is nice. They have the tank and they have a little cabinet there. When I zoom into this one, it looks like it's going to have side lights, which is nice. But I'm not sure that this is going to be movable, but it might because there's a little angle here. But when I look at the chassis, it looks like a whole new frame. It's not the same frame as a TRX6 or the TRX4 because this is
No, it's
a
a
much
lot.
longer
It's
wheelbase.
definitely a lot smaller, I think, because it looks more like the size of one of them boulder trucks or brooder.
Oh, you think it's going to be smaller than a TRX6?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think it's going to be more set for like the 1/24th scale. For the truck will be bigger, but it'll be set for the 1/24th scale cars and trucks.
Because if I look at here,
Those panels are 3 foot wide.
see how high this is going up.
I hope it's a big enough to fit a 1/10 on the back. If it is, that would be cool. Like, you know.
Hey,
Because I
Tank,
think these are portal axles.
Hot rod on the back.
Tank, zoom back out a little bit.
Are they the Canyon wheels?
The fuel tanks don't look that good.
Tank, can you zoom
What?
back out for just a second?
Yeah.
I want to see the wall in the background.
That's just crap.
It's got
Like
a
the slat. Yeah,
toolbar.
you see those slats? Those are
Yeah.
3 foot wide. So that truck's about 2.5 to 2.5 foot long. Right around there. There you well, yeah. 3 foot.
Bro,
That's
Those
actually
wheels-
kind
It's
of a
got
good
hold
size.
of Fortec on the back, one of those little cars they got there, the Mustang and the Corvette or whatever.
Those
Yeah, that's
wheels
why
are
I'm
too
thinking
toyish,
it's,
though.
That's why I'm thinking, like, I think the Bronco will be too big for the back of it.
Yeah,
It just wouldn't look.
Well, you
I
have
like
the
that
Bronco.
style though.
And when I look at this, the way the axle is and the way this one also, you don't see the axle here. So I'm thinking this is portal also because you don't see the axles. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm thinking it's using the same axles.
Yeah, I would say they would reuse the portals, but at the same time, it would make no sense to put portals on a hauler like that. But I can't see them making all new axles.
Yeah, they can't make all new axles. That's for
I
sure.
just think if you set that Bronco on
Can,
top
but
of
they
there,
won't.
I think the Bronco would look way too big sitting on top of that, though.
Yes, yes, it would.
Yeah, it'd be
I don't
way
know, but I'll
above the
take that
cab.
rat rod on the back of that though.
Yeah, it looks nice, a rat rod.
Oh yeah.
CCXRC, what scale you think that Bronco is you noticed in the front?
This Bronco?
Yeah, the one over in front of the box there. Yeah.
You know, that's
one
a TRX4. It isn't. You can see the portal axles. You can see there's a TRX4 the black edition.
Okay. So that
That's
hauler looks almost 1.5 to 2 times the size.
Yeah, that Bronco is the Snap-on Bronco they brought out last year.
Yeah.
They brought out a limited edition Snap-on Bronco last year.
They did?
Yeah,
No way. I had no idea.
yeah. If you check it out, there they brought. It was that way at the start of last year. Like they brought out it's like where the back windows are on the normal Bronco. It actually says Snap-on, and it's actually 2.2 tires with
Okay.
little red circles around them.
I don't know, but I'll have that rat rod in the back, not the one on the truck, the one at the back.
Black one. The black one
Oh,
looks really
yeah.
nice. Looks like the black one
Yeah.
has some
I think it's purple, isn't it?
finish on it.
Snap-on
Like it's like
6x6?
black purple.
Yeah.
Right? Was that?
Is that a 6x6 to snap on?
Yeah, the Snap-on. It looks like a 6x6. That's for
Is there a
sure.
price on this thing?
No, there's no price yet. They're
Yeah,
not even supposed to. People have been sending emails. Traxxas have been sending emails to everybody to take down these pictures on Facebook and all the social media.
Those are all new 10 scales.
That's why I only saw one pick real
Yeah,
quick.
those are all new 10 scale. This is a new, I think it's a Ferrari. Not sure, but I think this is a Ferrari.
10 scale?
That's a rat rod. It's a 34,
The Snap-on Ferrari?
but they all look. I think this is a Ferrari.
I don't know about that, but I
Yeah,
see where you're
I
getting
have
it,
to take a look at it.
but that thing is weird looking. The
I don't
glass,
think
see
it
that
is
corner? See that
Ferrari.
real point?
No, that's not a
Celine.
Ferrari. It doesn't look
No?
like it.
Looks like a Celine.
It's like a Ford GT or something. Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say if it's gonna be American for Snap-on.
Yeah. Looks like
Yeah,
a Ford
That's
GT.
true.
It's a-
Should be American.
Or could be a Viper. Could be that new Viper.
And it doesn't have that Viper look.
No, with the
That
thing,
long
just
nose.
bumping it.
Maybe on the corner of it, on that pick right in front of the 6x, on that part of the box. It does have a long sloping hood, but the glass doesn't look like it. The window shape, rather.
Yeah. That's why it could be a Ford
I
GT.
wonder if the rat rod is going to be a two-wheel drive, or is it they're going to make it all 4x4?
It's gonna be drag rat rods. They're gonna have it all set up for drag. No prep.
It's gonna be like me on a Saturday night.
You think? I don't think so, but would be cool.
Drag.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen a single scale marking on any of the boxes.
Yeah,
Like
there's
110 or 1.8. But those tires on that look about the same size it's on the Bronco too. So
Mm-hmm. Close, but I think they are smaller.
a little bit.
I think they're more like.
got to be all 10 scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see Traxxas doing something other than 10 scale.
Hey, 11, Charlie, how are you?
But this kind of tracks pisses me off. Cranking out the window like this. Oh, come on. Like,
I wonder how
they
much
shouldn't
all
have
of them are
blanked out
cost.
the windows, but anyways,
Probably 800 for that.
I have
truck
no
up
idea.
there. No one Traxxas.
Whatever it's
Yeah.
going to cost, I'm not
if you
buying
know
it. that's for
somebody
sure.
at Snap-on, place your orders now.
Oh
If
man,
mind getting one of
rough
these?
year on the wallet.
If it's gonna work in bed, it would be cool. Like, you know, if the bed actually operates, like you go back and down.
Right? That'd be ultimate.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, you know.
Those wheels just look too. The wheels just look too toyish for me.
But you probably never be able to afford it because like the limited edition Bronco, sure, I think was like $800, $900 or something, just because it's Snap-on.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's twice the price.
Yeah, sorry, just because it's Snap-on and it was a limited edition.
I think that was a Celine. Hey guys, I saw the
Yeah,
emblem
well,
on the side of the box.
S7.
Yeah, the
The
GT.
Saline, yeah,
It's a
that
Celine
makes
S7.
sense.
Yep,
What's a Celine S7?
Canadian
Yeah,
supercar.
Celine S7.
Canadians have supercars? What?
Yeah, they make Mustang parts. Celine makes like
Modified
hop-up
Mustang,
Mustang
so they made
parts.
their own- they made a couple of their own cars.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's the Celine Fords
Steve
too.
Celine.
I remember Saline used to be the name in Mustangs, and we used to have a
They're
giant
modified.
Ford
They
dealer.
modify their cars up. Ford.
Yeah, and I would sit in them.
Saline wing.
Hey, what's up, Island RC Duke?
They also
G'day,
took a
mate.
Lotus and
Javier.
did their own.
Hi, brother.
With the they did their own thing with it too.
Cool.
But I think they just made a brand new super or hypercar recently of their own design.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
You get a haircut, Brad?
Did I get a haircut? No,
Ah, looking sharp.
I haven't got a haircut in a couple of months.
Here's Johnny.
Got my teeth cleaned today.
I clean mine every day.
Hey, Bucks RC 11 Charlie,
Cost
how
me
you guys
$1,000
doing?
bucks.
That's what
Yeah, right.
That's normally what Cole gets.
No, my
Frog,
brother-in-law's a
I-
dentist.
Ah,
Hey,
you're lucky.
Kagan, I didn't know you popped in.
What's up, Brad?
G'day, Gabs. How you going, mate?
Hey.
G'day, Rich. I saw your comment on those sailors, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
So did
Yeah,
everybody
everybody-
get everybody for their holidays?
G'day, Grant.
I just want my SM210. I was hoping to get it today, but I think they shipped out today. I'm not sure. Let me check my email. See what happens. Any magic?
Tony's working out how he can send the lipo in the mail. He tells me. He says they got a lot of things against it.
Just put it in a box and say nope, nothing has.
No,
it.
you got to put it in some special stuff. Like when
Yeah,
you
I
order
declare
from
it.
Amazon, they come wrapped in a bunch of different materials, like 3 or 4 layers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
if you want
You're gonna
to
have to
spend all
put a
that
lipo
money.
bag in there.
I did it once. I just said there was nothing in there, and I just sent
Okay.
it back. It only had to
I
go
just
6
get new
hours.
lipos. I just get new lipos from Amazon. They just came in a regular box.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just has a warning on it, I think.
Yeah, they has to have a warning on the outside of the mailing box too.
Yeah, there's a sticker, big orange sticker on the outside of the box.
So Tony says he's working out. I gave him my address. That's all, and he hasn't contacted me again since I did that. So
He says he's
You
got
know,
it
how,
figured
you know
out.
how busy Tony is, Brad. Tony,
What?
Tony's a pretty busy guy. I'm sure he's not sitting around waiting for your email.
He says it has to be installed in the car. That's
Yeah.
the key.
Yeah.
well, hey Sean. I know that he had to do something, so I know he's busy. So I don't know when he'll get to it. I know he'll send it to me, but I don't know when.
Yeah, it could be a
Yeah,
while.
well, I was talking to him today. He's trying to send it before he goes to his long trip. So, because he's going to be
Go
gone.
where, Frank?
He's going nice. He's heading over Europe. Nice.
Yeah,
isn't it?
he's heading
Oh, he's
over
going to Europe. He wants to send it before he goes to Europe.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean. Sean.
Happy New Year's, guys.
All good. How are you?
Everybody?
Happy New Year's.
Yeah, Sean did a video and he actually mentioned RC Trail Critters, me, and another guy.
Net Cruiser.
And you give all you Canadian hockey players some love, you know.
I haven't seen
Net
that.
Cruiser.
I haven't seen John in a while.
John's been busy with their new racetrack there in Ottawa. He's been busy at the racetrack.
He was in the
Because
chat.
residential again, Frank?
What?
What was that picture you put up, Tank, that you got a box something for Christmas that you were hoping for?
CCO2 maybe?
I got that then. Wait.
Yeah. So the cat's on the back, Frank, huh?
Play video with that guy.
That might have been it.
Oh, you're very quiet there, mate.
That's a
That might have
CCO2.
been it.
Yeah, I've
Just
seen a
sitting
few
on the
run
table
videos
in your
of
living
them,
room.
and it's actually going
G-Wagon,
well.
G-Wagon.
Yes, yes, yes. Sitting on the table and the Christmas tree and all that. What I put on
Yes.
the thing.
Yes, that's the one.
It is that
Candles
one.
and the ornaments.
Is that a kit?
Yes.
Yep. New kit from
All
Tamiya.
Tamiyas are kits. They've had some ready to run, but they're kind of shrinking in their segment for them.
This is
Right.
the new CCO2. And what's really neat with it is that it actually comes with the ESC and
lights.
it actually has LEDs. So you can
Really?
actually get the LEDs with it.
That's not the one you got from us, Frank?
No,
It's just a pity. It's a Mercedes body, though. It's only off button.
I haven't got a kit from Great Hobbies in a long time. I got this from your competitor. So this one and the Kyosho Blizzard I got from somebody else.
That's okay.
What is that based on one of the standard CCO1 chassis, or is it new?
No, it's a completely different chassis.
Right on.
Completely new, completely different.
Right on.
So here's a new chassis. And it's
That looks good for a Tamiya.
and it's solid axle front and rear, which some people are getting pissed off or got pissed off at, but they're dealing with it. So
What's that?
I've seen some run videos on it, and it's actually doing really well.
Yeah.
Even on the rocks, it's doing well on the rocks, like and everything. But it's just a Mercedes body. That's the only problem with it.
the tires for it are very hard. These tires are very hard. They do sell the soft ones and they're pretty cheap. And I did put them on order, but they're back order everywhere. So they're not available. So hopefully I'll get them soon. So it's going to be cool.
I put my Axial SCX 10, the first model, wheels and tires on Tamiya, the CCO1, and it handled them really, really good. Didn't have to make no trims on the chassis, just a little bit on the body, and they fit right on there.
Cool.
The DT series handles well.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, it is true. There is going to be a new thing for Zoom coming up for the new year. So I'll be doing a fundraiser soon to keep this RC talk going with a whole bunch of people using Zoom.
You always ignore me, Tony. What's the matter with you? Tom will say hello to you. Come on, man.
So I'll be building this once I finish that guy. So
Right on.
When are you ever going to finish that guy?
What is what does a kit like that run? That Mercedes kit?
In the,
With
I think in the high 200s, low 300s, or it could be in the 300s somewhere.
I can't remember. Can't remember how much I paid
You
for
said
it.
it comes with the speed controller also,
And
right?
lights.
Yeah.
And lights.
And lights.
Let me go check out Great Hobbies, my favorite store.
There you go.
Canadian money's toy money anyway. So
CCRC 250,000.
That's called a loony.
250 for the real one, man.
250K.
I bet
Is
you.
it toy money?
yeah, it is. It's just the same as English money. It's weird. Does that actually the same as English money? Does it have Brielle up in the corner?
Our
Yeah,
dollar
they still
bills?
do.
Yeah,
Like,
it still does.
Yeah, it has the Brielle and everything. That's crazy. Like, you know.
It's more plastic now.
Yeah, it's weird. At least it can go through the washing machine. After a good night's drinking, it can go through the washing machine the next day. That's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, I've actually lost a pair of jeans because I left a $20 bill in it and went through the dryer and it melted and fused my pocket together.
No way, yeah.
Yeah. So I lost a pair of jeans and a 20.
Wow.
Now, if you do take it back, if you're able to take it off, then Mint will reimburse you.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Somebody wants to see the Jeep Rubicon.
So in Canada, this is the price for at Great Hobbies, $329.99 Canadian.
So 280 to
So
300.
US, you're probably looking at just under, about close to 300, I guess, for US.
Yeah, about 280.
but it doesn't show the option on this, but you do get the light kit and the ESC. So the only thing you need for it is a servo and a receiver and a transmitter and a battery.
They have a brushless upgrade kit.
Why would you want to put a brushless in there? Yeah,
Oh,
you
because
can.
they're fun.
You can. The ESC is
Tamiya
actually
machine, no.
the ESC that comes with it is actually brushed and brushless, so you could
Right
put
on.
a brushless motor in there.
Okay, it's a censored one that they make then.
I don't think it's a censored
Yeah, they do have censored motors.
yeah, but I'm not sure if that ESC is actually a censored ESC.
Yeah, that was that our ESC may not be. But I bet you there'll be metal frame rails. I bet you at an option in the near future.
Yeah, the frame rail are kind of weird because the frame rails is only the front and the back, and in the middle frame rail is actually plastic. So some people have been saying, well, why would you want to do that? So Tamiya is plastic. It's a plastic company. They mold plastic, so that's why they do it.
It could make carbon fiber ones, but I do think maybe they'll make metal ones eventually because they do make metal parts for certain parts of the car.
Okay.
So it could be done.
Yeah, it could.
Hey, Trail Critter, have you got that coaster handy?
Yeah, I do. It's right here.
Steve OD says that sensor, the DBLE2 ESC, is a censored ESC. Thank you for the info. I never look because I never usually put a sensor brushless motor in it. I just put the one that comes stock.
Hey, what's up, RC McMaster? Hey, Fred. How's things? What did you get you on the boom or the? What's that, a bomber? What?
Ooh, we have a visitor.
Someone's
Oh,
mentioned.
we have a visitor, Net Cruiser RC, showing off
Hey,
his.
John, it's been a long
camo.
time, John.
Guys, yeah, I heard you saying I hadn't joined in a while. Thought I'd hop in.
So,
Hey, John.
Tell us how you like your camo.
I like it a lot.
That's the Red Cat, isn't it?
How much to say other than that? I like it a lot. It's better than I expected it to be.
Now, that's about the same size as a Wraith. Do you like that better than the Wraith?
I do like it better than the Wraith. But
Did you
that's
try it
my
on
own
3S yet?
What's that?
Did you try it on 3S yet? I watched your 2S video. It was pretty
I
cool.
did not try it on 3S yet. No, I want to. It's right on the edge. I think they just put in a little bit too high a kV motor for a 3S, but it should handle it. It's a hobby.
What kV did you stick in it?
It comes with a 3300. This is it's a ready to run brushless RC.
Right on.
This comes like this. So it's a hobby wing ESC 60 amp CL.
How fast can you get it to go, John?
I haven't clocked it, but
It's a
it's
crawler.
fast out of the box.
Yeah, I did pretty good on the straightaway with 2S.
Kind of like a rock racer, rock bouncer. It's pretty quick out the box. I think it's got an 1850 pinion on it, so it's geared pretty high. It's probably also why they don't want you to run 3S, but in the middle of winter, I'll try it.
Did it handle like sloppy and loose? You know how like crawlers, when you get going quick, they loosen up? Seems like they lean too far.
Not quite. It kind of, it handles like a UDR because it has the same sort of a structure where it's got independent front suspension, right? And then rear is solid axle, but it's also got the sways on it already. So it's, I don't know, it handles like I thought it would, which is kind of fun. If you try and turn it on power, it'll dig in and flip over on you, but that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, it'll get that torque twist going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a counter shaft going to the front, going in the opposite direction. It wouldn't do that. I've seen when they do counter drive shafts where they move in different directions, but they're still going forward. That with the back, they don't twist.
Yeah,
it cancels each other out.
Yeah, they cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And then it becomes more.
Is the front locked? Is the front locked on those wheels?
Oh, the front is open. So
front is
but
open,
you could
but
lock it, I'm sure, John, if you wanted to climb with it.
But the rear is
front
actually
is
locked.
Center is locked. Rear is locked.
Okay, so the center is locked also. Cool.
Yeah, it's got a lock spool in the center. It's covered, but it's just a metal spool in there.
Okay.
But you could lock the front if you wanted to, couldn't you, John?
I suppose you could. You'd have to mod it, maybe weld it shut or something.
See you later, Green RC.
Who left?
Grant.
Grant RC is gonna go cuddle up to his sick daughter.
Say Grant.
Sorry,
Got the
she's
See
sick.
you later. Your mask.
Yes, and I was in Ask the Intros video. Grant, sorry, I saw your question earlier on.
How's that track going for you, John?
Don't think he's listening.
Yeah, you don't think he heard you? Who's
God.
using the drill? Who's drilling while in the thing? In the
Drill
video?
cat. That's why I was muted
Okay.
earlier, because I had my drill out.
I just muted
Yeah,
myself.
okay.
What are you
Guys,
doing?
if you are going to use a drill, just mute yourself while using a drill would be appreciated. And I think he noticed that. That's why he muted himself, which is good. Yep.
What do you mean you mean I wasn't at the dentist?
I was at the dentist today. I got my Nova body coming along. I'm even going to have my channel on the side of it.
Nice.
What car is
Drag buddy.
that?
Which
But
car is
it's,
that?
It's a 69 Nova for my drag slash. So
Nice.
Full body.
we're going to have a little no prep drag night down at JJ Customs on the 18th. So I'm getting my car all ready. I just got to paint the body and stuff. I don't know if you saw that live video. I found like my own little drag strip, but
Yeah.
my slipper clutch was loose and I didn't have any tools on me and I was too lazy to walk back to the truck. But it was super slow. I don't know, it's too slow. I'm not going to beat anybody. I don't know what I got to do. I got to do some more tuning, but I don't have any place to go and it's kind of been cold. So
Are you going to be racing Drift the Maniacs?
if he's there, I'm sure he'll be there. It's $20 buy-in, and I don't know how they're gonna pick who you race against, but I'm just doing it for the fun. And now I have a bunch of new stuff to learn, and maybe we can do more in the future.
You guys are going to win kits, huh?
Are you gonna spray that black like the Murder Nova?
No,
Black.
you'll have to wait
Like
and
the
see.
Murder Nova.
I'm doing a little thing, and I went today, but I want to put a turtle on the hood for my wife. That's kind of like her nickname, and but they didn't have any like big sea turtles, so I kind of got this funny turtle. So I thought that'd kind of be funny to put a turtle on there because it's a drag car. But I got a special paint job. You'll just have to wait and see. I got that airbrush set up. Right above me, I have a deadbolt body hanging, so I'm gonna prep it and I'm gonna practice on it. I got all the stuff I need today to make a little paint booth. My wife says she has respirators at her work. She's gonna bring me home a respirator. It's not toxic paint, but
You need a respirator. Suck the paint in. It's good for you. Makes you fly home.
I already
Hey,
smoked
John, what
cigarettes
car is that?
for like 6 or 8 years. I don't need to be. I gotta take care of myself.
See, when I'm spraying bodies, if you come into my garage, you would fucking fly home. See what? The wife would open the door and be like, "How are you even still standing in here?" I'm like, "It's okay to me."
Steve-O says his wheelchair is faster than Propaganda's drag car. I think Steve saw the video. He made the comment and it like totally made my night because it was just so funny and so perfect for the moment. Because like I was all like disappointed how slow it was. Then he's like, "My chair beat that."
That
thing."
isn't your camo, is it?
Say that again,
What
bro.
truck did you get, Bulgar? He said his wife let him buy a new truck today.
Is it a 1-to-1 or an RC?
Yeah.
Just an $80,000 Ford Raptor. That's all you see around here. Everyone has a Ford Raptor. They're like so common.
Oh yeah.
Really? Wow.
They are actually going to make a Ranger in the Raptor too, but it's going to have a turbo.
They're going to bring it to the States. They have it
It's not coming
overseas.
it's not coming to America though.
I heard that it was going to come.
Yeah, how's that thing coming along, Tank?
Nice.
It's
I drove one of them.
it moves. I was about to install the ESC on it, which is an ESC that came with it because I bought it and kind of almost, but it's just kind of a hobby one.
Oh, right on. $20 ESC.
Yeah, it's a dynamite waterproof, so that's what's going to go on it. But it's
Is that
all
the one you
attached.
cut in half?
Yeah, that's the one I cut in half and I put together again.
Oh, right on. Yep.
So you can see exactly where it was cut, and it's about a little over
Piece
half
of
an inch
straight.
stretched.
Stretched.
So
Yep.
nice and straight.
Yeah.
And it was cut up in front too to fit the inside fenders of my
Small shocks on it.
front shocks. Yeah,
The front
modified
one.
shocks. I still got some work to do. I want to put a brace in the back of it also. So
Oh, like
Right
a
on.
strut tower.
no, not really a strut tower. It's just because I do have a brace in front. I would just want a brace at the back just to give it more strength so it doesn't bend the front. So it won't have a lot of weight, but still, it's not bad.
Yeah, just use a couple steering linkages.
Yeah, I could do that too.
That chassis plate, is it plastic or metal? What did you make that out of?
The back, the bottom,
Yeah.
it is a metal. It's a I do AV and a bunch of stuff. We have what's called AV rack and server racks. They're blank panels that goes on the front of those AV racks.
Yep.
That's what I use, and I cut that out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the front panels of the AV and the side panels.
Probably steel then.
Yeah, it is steel. So
Yeah.
this is the
Okay.
panel that
Oh,
goes
yeah.
in the front. Of
Oh, the
rack.
U-rack panels you mean to cover there. Okay, yeah.
So,
Oh, it's a shelf that has metal on it. The shelf itself is
Yeah,
metal.
like a servo tower.
It's basically when you have a rack, it's called a U-rack, and it
Okay.
hides one of the spacing between two items you would have.
so that's what I used, and it worked out perfect. And it's
Looks
pretty
great.
strong too.
Nice.
How stiff is it?
Oh, it's really stiff. You've got a hard time bending that stuff. But the TT01 E, or there's a TT01, the newer model, they actually have a brace that goes on top from the top to front to back. This one did not have it, but I'm thinking of making one, just a metal one, just to put on top, just to help it so that
It
it
stays
doesn't
more
bend.
stiff.
So I
It's
will
not
be
twisting when you put the top one on.
It's going to act like a stiffener, but it's coming along great. I like the wheels. Some people don't like the wheels. I showed them the body. I showed them the wheels. It doesn't really match the year, but hey, it's a truck wheel and it's going to be a truck. So that's another build I got to build. But I've been really slow during the Christmas holidays on working on the shelf and working on the bench. So
Right on. It's two-wheel drive, right?
that one is going to be a two-wheel drive. Yes.
Right on.
It is a 1934, so there was no
Yep.
4x4 for that category
Nothing
of.
there yet.
It did start out four-wheel drive though. You took out the front drive shaft.
Yes.
I know the TTO1, the TTO2s and TTO1s, they can get a carbon fiber chassis. You can buy it back. You can buy one for it.
Yeah. It's just like when I cut the body for it, and then I showed just how much I actually stretched it. My buddy thought I was going to stretch it more, but he told me, "Why didn't you tell me? I would have 3D printed you some A-arms that would have been an offset, like offset the front a little bit and offset the back with the 3D printed arms." But I wanted to do it a way that anybody that has tools or power tools would do it. So if you don't have a 3D printer, you can't do it. So
Yeah, I like it better that way too.
So I did it the way anybody in his basement could do it. So
Right on.
All right, later, Michael.
later, Michael. Fern Solo's in the house. Bobby's RC. How you guys doing? Backo.
You didn't publish the video you made on my Cherokee yet, eh, Frank?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I got about 2 or 3 videos I got to edit and put up on the web. it up on YouTube. No, I did not check it out. Edit it or posted it. No.
Okay.
I don't think he wants to stand propaganda.
You see me fiddling with that?
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
like,
think he wants to
these are
stand.
the ones that I want. It comes with cardboard cutouts in them. I don't know why. I think it's to entice you to buy the other ones. I'll tape them or something. I got
Good.
my dad on the hunt, my sister. I was like, hey, if you guys go to Target, and I sent them pictures.
Can't you find a?
Can you not just get them in Target online? No.
No, you can't get them anywhere. I think they came out at like the beginning to middle of the year. So now it's at the tail end. So I think the supplies are so limited. I don't know if they released anymore. You know, it's like, I have no idea. I don't know how people find out about it. Like I started doing research, and the amount of channels on YouTube for figures is wild, and like
You need
they
action figures.
vary.
You need action figures for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I've been looking for. See, check them out, Brad. You see it?
Yeah, toy hunting's a big thing.
Yeah, and like some
You
of
know
the
what?
channels are pretty.
You should make their van too, so you can tow the car.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking about doing a paint job, a turtle themed like paint job. Get a cool body or something, and like do a
Yeah,
turtle.
a
paint
guy
job.
who dropped out after the stuff with the what's going on with the the things that we've all been talking about. He dropped out, but he made a radio control model of that with the same van body.
Yeah, those original vans, all those toys, they go for a decent penny, not the most expensive, but you start going down that YouTube rabbit hole, it's like, wow.
Grab one and make one for towing.
I just
You
watched
like
that
the guy
episode
in my
last
shirt,
night
Steve?
of the toys that made us for the turtles. That was crazy. I didn't know they had been around for so long and that they're still making them even today.
Yeah, I have these ones here. So these are the originals, but these are reproductions. So it's the same molds minus they change like the copyright information.
That's a 60s pickup.
But these ones you can only get at GameStop. So you get, and they only come in a 4-pack. You get all of them, but they're only $40. But these are like the ones I had when I was a kid. So for $40, I picked them up just to have them. But even these are hard to find at GameStop. I've been to a bunch of stores and only like 2 stores even had any. The eBay market is for collectibles and stuff. You know, you get people who buy things just to resell them for a higher price. So it's harder for people who want things these days, like to get them. Ooh, that's
Frank,
nice
is that
truck,
like
Frank.
a
Farm
early
truck.
60s, late 50s truck?
Farm good.
66.
Oh, nice. He's got a turtle in it.
Turtle in it.
Captain America's
Raphael.
driving, and it's got a Ninja Turtle as a co-pilot.
Cool.
Well,
That's an
yeah, I
interesting
like that
pair.
C10. It's clean. I like the big bed on it. That's pretty nifty.
No, that's a GCM Cross Canyon chassis. It's a GCM truck.
Cool.
And I
Like
do
the
have
light
short
bed.
shocks at the back, and it's actually set up as droop. So there's no suspension, it's just droop, but it does go sideways, but as droop. So there's internal shocks that actually helps pull it up, but in the front, I got full shocks. So in the front, I have the shocks. It's a nice truck. It
Oh,
goes
the
very good.
Cromwell?
Right?
I've always kind of wanted to build like a utility themed, like wooden bed type of truck. I don't know if I'd want to go like full on wooden.
Yeah, this
but
was
I don't know,
nice.
some
This
sort
was
of,
nice and fun to
handmade
build.
bed.
I do have some little tiny things to do on it, but this is full wood with little tiny nails and things like that glued.
Because you could probably
Is it
use
Cromwell?
like the frame for a base for the bed. Like, how do you like get the bed? Like, I'd have to really like dig into it.
Think about it. Just think about it and do it.
Easy.
There you go. You tell them.
Get your brains going and
Just
do it.
do it.
Do it. Bacardi and Coke. Do it.
Do it. You can do it.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Yes. So is there anything else upcoming, like any other releases or anything else anyone's heard?
I'm sure we'll be Actually, I don't know. When do you guys think we'll be getting a flood of releases? Is there usually like a time they wait, or will it be quick?
There's a new Camaro out from the Phaser 2 chassis for Kyosho, a new Camaro, an old '69.
The big Kyosho Camaro body, like a 1/10 scale Camaro body. I was
Yeah.
actually looking at it in Nitro Hobbies the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Cross RC, I believe, is coming out with something, ready to run.
You guys ever heard of MCD?
MC, no.
They make fifth scale vehicles that look, like the Losi Double X and stuff like that, but they're very fast. They have like 15 horsepower motors in them.
Oh, yeah.
What was the brand name?
I think it's called
MCD.
MCD.
Or an MTD.
No, it's not MTD. That's
MTV.
That's a tractor company, I think. But,
Yeah.
but
MTD's for flowers, I think,
See you,
right?
Rich Hoffman.
you run
That's
12S.
FTD.
The 12S, they put 12S in it and it runs like 12 to 15 horsepower motor. The motor becomes like 12 to 15 horsepower.
Wow.
I see Richie's near finished with
And they'll do 70 miles an hour right out of the box that way.
yeah. I see
Steve
Richie's
said
nearly-
McDonald's.
Yeah, Richie's nearly finished with a 16S and traction.
Oh my lanta.
It could be
He actually has put
the
dual.
MSD
Yeah.
because that's for people to put on their the ignition company for old cars. But yeah, I swear it's called MCD.
Huh.
And they had it. They had 3 cars. The double. I think they had the fifth scale Losi and another company, and that car. And that one was the fastest. The MCD with that 15 horsepower motor in it and 12S. It was like they say it was running like 70 miles an hour or more right there.
Wow. Now they sell the motors or the whole car?
The whole car.
Okay.
What was that you were showing us, propaganda?
I got outbid on eBay for those other 2 figures I was telling you about that I need. I made a bid on eBay. So they're
Probably
up to
one of us.
Up to 60.
Yeah, after tax they're 56. So this guy, if he bought him the store, he's already $4 ahead minus shipping.
What are you talking about?
Those figures I was talking about earlier.
Total power.
Oh,
I just got the alert. That's too funny.
Hey, was that that movie Christine? Was that Chevy in that? Was that a 57 Chevy?
The car Christine's a Chrysler.
no, it was an Oldsmobile Super
Oh, an
8.
Olds, okay.
No, I think it was a Buick Super 8 or one of the two. So it was a Super 8 model of one of the GM cars.
Oh, let's Google
Right
it.
on.
I'll Google it and find out.
Are you talking about the car, the Christine car?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a Chrysler.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. It was a Chrysler.
That's what I thought, but everybody jumped in. It's like, well, maybe I'm wrong.
I know what's his name is making a retro mod of it on Graveyard Cars. He's got like a Hellcat engine in it, and it's producing 1,000 horsepower.
Can anybody think of a name that I can name this thing?
The Plymouth
Name one.
Fury. It was Christine Carr, one of the 1958
Plymouth Fury, yeah.
red Plymouth Fury portrayed Christine in the film. So it's a Plymouth Fury.
Right on. Thank you. 68.
Yeah, 58.
58. Okay.
Now we know. See, we're gonna go to sleep less stupid tonight.
So I can't name this Crazy Christine then.
Speak for yourself.
You know, this would actually fit one of those real 4-stroke motors in it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of room up in there.
There you go. Get your brains going and build it.
I think I just figured it out. Huh. That would be awesome.
It would sound good too.
Yeah. I mean, hell, it's got braided fuel lines and everything on it on the top for show.
I saw
They
a guy.
might as well make it fuel.
I saw a guy who made a third scale car with a V10 engine. It looked like a Viper engine. It's 4-stroke. and he made a hybrid system for it. So it's a hybrided V10.
Oh, I found the name of this. It's a Bel Air.
Oh yes, the Bel Air.
Bel Air.
There were 3 different models that they made.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's I think it was a 55, 56, and 57.
Yep.
If you guys are looking for a cool hashtag to follow, 2 Chains Scalers. It's spelled the number 2 and then chains in scalers or with a Z. He's kind of like the local guy that's going to be doing this drag thing that's coming up. He has some really nice builds if you follow the 2 Chains Scaler. Man, some of the nicest stuff I've seen. 2 Chains. That was the very first RC event I ever went to in this place called like Moon Rocks. It was hosted by 2 Chains Scalers. That was a good time. That was my first ever RC event.
That's what got you hooked?
On the events, yeah. That was the first time I ever seen so many people. Like, I had just kind of gotten into it, and to see, there had to be 100+ people, and to see that many crawlers on the rocks, I was just blown away. And the weather was super bad. It was windy, cold, and there was a little snow on the ground. And everyone was out there. And at the end, they had this like a circle, and everyone was just driving in and like just kind of demo derby and just doing just fun stuff. And it was like just the coolest thing ever. And ever since then, like I was like, oh, an RC event, we got to go to more. And now I've been to a bunch of them. Scale Nationals are in March. I'll be going to that.
Talking about event, what happened to you, Sean, last Sunday? How come you didn't come to my event? What's going on?
I'm not even aware.
Come on, you even told my wife when she was at the store, oh yeah, Frank's having an event this weekend. You're the one that told her. She didn't know. And then she came here to give me shit. You're having an event here? You didn't tell me? Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. I remember telling, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm shutting up now.
You know,
putting you on the spot right there.
Hey, propaganda.
Yes.
They showed this smaller dragster, electric dragster, against the new WL Toys 4-wheel drive car that's very popular now. And it was keep the 14 scale WL Toys was keeping up with the little dragster.
Well, it depends, because with the dragsters, which I like, is the no prep. They limit it to 2S. So what it seems like is you got to go high KV. So on 2S, I mean, they're not going to be like overly fast, I guess. I mean, you're only trying to go 132 feet. So I got to get my measuring wheel out.
But, but they showed it. It looked like the WL Toys was keeping up with it because it's got 4-wheel drive. And it's using a 2S battery in it. So
well, power to weight too. It's probably a smaller car. Depends.
Yeah.
I was watching. Someone posted a video, like a channel I watch on YouTube, and they were just doing drag races. There was like an infraction. He had some sort of low C. There's a couple others out there, and to see the infraction just take off, I was like, oh my god! It just smoked everybody.
Because it's got good aerodynamics, it sucks down to the track.
Well, plus it's long, and you're running on all that power. You can really put it down, you know. I got a wheelie bar, and I see the length of wheelie bars these other guys have, and I'm just rocking the Traxxas one. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. But at the event, I'll learn a lot. I'll be able to see some stuff. And actually, I have this old RC Action magazine that I got like 3 or 4 months ago. It actually has a drag setup in it. So that's where I got the motor set up. He's Mamba X with the 5700 kV Castle motor, and I think a 72 tooth spur. It didn't have the pinion listed, which I thought was weird. And another weird thing is he was using, so originally I had the car set up with front shocks. I had a nice set of Proline like really nice shocks, the one above the Pro specs or whatever. And then I had Pro specs in the rear, but the ride height, it was a little high. So I put the fronts in the back and then put the stock slash fronts on, and now it's nice and low. But in this magazine, he is using rear shocks in the front, but I don't know if that's because he's rocking like that old school like body or whatever, and that's like how they were set up to look or something. So I'm not 100% sure. I have no idea what works.
Drag racing seems to be coming back with the RC hobby now because of all the power you can put into these motors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more of it coming up on YouTube too.
Yeah, but you got to be careful.
It looks popular.
You gotta
I'm
be
in the
careful
process
and smart. You got to be careful and smart about it because, like, 2 years ago, there's a guy that actually put a 5-turn motor into his car, and like even I think it was even lower than a 5-turn motor, and the thing it was so light, he had no traction. He had lots of power but no traction. You do have to figure out the traction to make sure you have enough traction versus weight versus power. So there is calculation to do.
Yeah, you got the law of diminishing return. It's like how much power versus like traction. Like, you know, you're gonna have to definitely find that balance. Like, you know, like that.
How tight to make your slipper cuts?
Power.
There's a guy.
Cobred.
There's Caged X guy who's on YouTube. He made a light crawler, and it crawls really well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the process right now of actually building a dragster, and I also just picked this up.
Cool.
Oh, you got that, dude? That's sick. Where did you find that?
I walked into my hobby shop. It was sitting there, and I said, "Okay, I wasn't planning on spending money, but guess what? You're coming home."
Oh, that's sick. I want to get one of those, but you can find them. I found them online, but and they're not overly priced for what you get. But what killed me is I watched how you have to set it up.
Oh, it's
a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's what killed me. I'm like, do I have to do this every time, or do
no,
I
just once, just the initial.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes
But the
a lot then.
Initial is a pain right in the butt. Listen, I got an extra TQI controller, and I put the Bluetooth module, and I got it hooked up to my phone.
There's a channel propaganda. Check out RC Fun. You call him
RC Fun. I've heard of that channel. Let me write that down.
Yeah, he does a lot of drag racing with that tree setup. He has it hooked up to like his iPad. It lets you give him, I think, like whatever the distance is, he has little tags. So give him his speed when he passes the whole run, everything.
Yeah, it'll give you the speed. And heck, you can even email people. You can set up so you can email.
He does a lot of them. Like that guy, it'd be so hard to beat him on the tree. Man, he has it down to a knot.
It's not a bad of a machine, but they're a pain to set up, like I was saying. And the other thing too, it's updating them. That's another pain in the butt. But once everything's done, you're fine.
Ah, I see. So what if someone doesn't have the TQI? Can they still race it, or is it you have to have?
You can, but you won't get the times and the speeds.
Yeah, but you need at least one.
You need the TQI. You need the Bluetooth.
Just one, and the rest of the people are fine.
Yep.
Yeah, because your tablet goes to the Bluetooth of the TQI, and the TQI goes to the tree.
Yep.
Yeah. It all talks to each other. I did see some like lap time systems out and stuff that looked pretty decent, because I was thinking about when I get that SMT10, I got those land wave ramps, and they're not really kickers. So I was thinking about building like a little monster truck setup. Maybe if I could find the dimensions of a real track and try to scale it down by 10 and build a little something. I don't know. Maybe I can take the skid steer to my pit this year too and build some jumps. I got to talk to my boss. Take my little machine in there. He's really nice. I don't see why he wouldn't let me.
What's up?
Here's my
low center of gravity.
Beginning of the drag car.
That's your beginning of it?
Oh,
that's the beginning of it.
Oh, what are those gears on there you got? They look pretty big. 32.
Okay.
Almost 1-to-1 gear ratio.
That transmission case Is that the original Traxxas?
That's the
transmission case?
original Traxxas case.
Okay, change that, or else you're gonna have a lot of trouble.
You gotta
Yeah, I
put
know,
the,
but it's
drill
what I
bit.
had at the moment.
Okay.
What do you change it out to when you do change it?
Yeah.
Get the RPM one
Proline
or a
makes
metal
one. Proline makes one.
That's what I had. Was
RPM.
the
You can do you
Proline.
can do an RPM.
I like the RPM one. RPM one is very cheap, or go metal, one or the other.
Yeah.
I got the Proline. It's got the tunable diff. I just filled it up with fluid, but I think I put in like only 20,000, but it was I forget what brand it is. So it's rated in CST. So I just saw all the zeros and thought it was 200,000, but I think it was only 20. I'm not sure because I can still like hold one wheel no problem and spin the other one. So I'm gonna have to pop it back out and maybe fill
Yeah,
it
I got the hot racing diff in here with a million in it.
Oh dang! All right, so yeah, dang,
Yeah,
now
so
I
it's
gotta
pretty.
pop that all back off. I can't compete if I
Yeah,
got
it's
20
pretty
more
locked
million.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got some heavier stuff. I don't know. I saw the zeros, I grabbed it, and because it was not team associated, I thought it was cool. I was like, yeah, I'll use
Let's
those
go with
chaps.
the RPM case.
Yeah, like I said, it's the beginning stages of it. I'm gonna try it out and test it, and then make a couple more changes to it. But it's just what I had sitting
Where
around.
are you located?
I'm in Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Right
it's
on.
hard to join our
Wouldn't
drag
direct
game.
drive be the best for drag racing?
What's that?
Wouldn't direct drive be good for drag racing?
Wheels spin too much. If you punch it real
much?
quick, you're gonna do donuts.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the traction. Put it down.
Oh, you can't do a direct drive.
They do have one. They do have the part for it, but
yeah.
But
Yeah,
they use Ponzi's in real
so
racing.
tricky.
Ponzi's. You're gonna want a
Traxxas
Ponzi with
dragster has direct drive,
yeah,
but it has a launch system.
yeah.
I mean,
Like my dragster, my rail car dragster, that's a direct drive, but all the weight is pretty much more in the back. And those big foam tires, if you don't put the spray on it so that they become tacky, you won't get traction. But put that spray on about 30 minutes before you go drag racing, and that thing will just stick to the ground. It's crazy.
Is that one of the original Traxxas cars, Tank, or one of the original Traxxas ones?
No, it's not a Traxxas. This is a
RJ Speed.
yeah.
Look at Scott on the ball. All right.
Yeah, Scott is just working like crazy. Not Scott, Net Cruiser. John.
JP Slayer made one of those dragsters, I think.
That's
too.
a big wrench. Don't you have something
Can't
smaller than that?
find my little crescent wrench. I've searched for a couple of weeks. I'm stuck with this spring thing. I've lost all my turnbuckle wrenches. I had a little crescent wrench for doing turnbuckles. I can't find it. So I've got this ridiculous thing.
Hey, John, do you want me to place an order for you?
I need one, yeah.
hey, John, is that a Losi?
It is. Yeah,
I have never seen that body though, that color.
it's the new one, the Tenacity DB Pro.
Yeah, there's a black Fox body is the other one, right?
When I think of Fox bodies, I think of Mustangs.
I think Tony has a Fox.
Well,
Yeah, Tony's got the Fox. I got the Lucas.
Fox decals
I-
are sponsor.
Next time I see you, I might have a little present for you.
Oh, that's mine.
A tiny little wrench. Tiny little
Lost
wrench.
it, ended
Did
up
did
in
it fall out of my pocket last time I was at your house?
No.
Now, what I can do, John, I'll log into my system here. I'll place an order for you right now.
Frank's got one for me because
Gonna
I
buy you
gotta get Frank that crawler.
You know what you should be looking for is a what do you call it? Those ones that the ones you lock, the
Vice grips.
vice grips. Yes.
Oh,
Still, when you're doing turnbuckles, you gotta unlock.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know
Vice grips are
why,
my,
but
like,
every
last
turnbuckle wrench that I have does not fit any of my turnbuckles. I don't know how that's happened, but like a 4 mil and an 8 mil turnbuckle wrench, it fits none of my cars.
Yeah, but it's not Lucy. That's standard.
They're huge. The Losi ones are humongous. I don't know what size that is. It's got to be a 5 or a 6.
Oh yeah.
5 or 6 millimeter thick.
Yeah.
Like that's
It might
fun.
not break on you so easily because of that thing.
I broke the rod end.
You broke the rod end, and you didn't bend the turnbuckle itself.
Yeah, the plastic rod end broke.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than the rod.
They should make metal. They should make a metal end for it instead.
Yeah. Then you'd break something more expensive.
It's harder to fix.
Mm-hmm.
You're not playing with it if you're not breaking it.
The turnbuckle wouldn't break as easily either with the metal one. So.
It's like clients comes and see me and says, I want the aluminum A-arm, things like that. And I'm like, why you want that? I don't want it to break. Yeah, but if you bend it, it stays bent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it looks so much better when it's all aluminum, especially color.
Yeah, next thing you know, you have $4,000 in the machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't someone make carbon fiber turnbuckles for them?
That would kind of break easy, no?
Yeah, I think it'd be
carbon fiber stronger than steel, technically.
You'd have to put an insert into the carbon fiber rod, like a metal insert.
That metal insert in that carbon fiber would really make it weak, I think. But I wish somebody would do it. I just
Or titanium or something, or iridium, or
even better.
Adamantium would be nice.
I have fixed my Losi with a Traxxas part, and I got paddles on it. We're ready to go play in the snow.
Yeah, Losi with a Traxxas part, nice.
Hey, my buddy Frank Cloutier's online. Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Yeah, we got after the last couple of days, we got a lot of snow up here for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been lucky. We've been dry, and it was like 45 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer as well. No snow in the forecast. No money, but
Christmas
at least
week
I don't have to deal with the snow.
It was 65 on the 26th.
I picked up a hitchhiker the other day, and she said that the mountain had good snow. You just got to go up the mountain because down elevation, there's no snow. It's really wild.
Oh, yeah?
I think that, people are, I mean, the mountain was crowded today. On my way home, the traffic was insane. I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm going the other way.
For you.
Yeah, it gets wild here. The ski mountain I live at is like the high end, like rich people mountain. And there's only one, you can only go left or right when you leave it. There's not a lot of roads. So the traffic it takes like a half hour to go a 5-minute route. So I tend not to leave this time.
Welcome to every day in New York City.
Yeah, I don't know how, dude. I had to go, like, I went to Sacramento.
What's the video?
That's last weekend.
Last Sunday at my place.
That's the one you forgot to tell me?
No snow.
Where's the snow?
Yeah, it's a super secret RC crawl session.
Yeah. 10 people showed up with me. We were 11 people. That was pretty sweet. It was nice.
Nice.
That's your son's truck running there, I take it?
Yeah, I wanted to try it. I never tried it on the trail, so I used it.
Nice.
Give it a try.
What truck does he have? The black one?
No, the blue one. The Gen 8.
Oh, the Gen 8.
How was that?
I hope to get up there this year, Hank.
Where are you going?
Is that a TR6?
Yeah, that's a TR6 I'm following.
And how was it? Was it too long for some obstacles, or did it get over everything fine?
I got over everything. It was a little high, but he couldn't get under some obstacle. But turning radius sucked.
Yes, like your little switchback thing where it goes up the side of the hill. That must have been a nightmare for that.
Yeah.
That wasn't Sam by any chance?
What in front of it?
I think so. I can't remember his name. I had to give him a little help there.
Yeah, if that's Sam, he came in and bought our display one.
Oh yeah. But that Gen 8 is pretty good. It's I was surprised how easy it actually did. This is a SCX10. He got hooked up. That's an SCX10 too.
I know who painted that body.
That's the second version?
Second version, yeah.
Right on.
Who owns it now?
Ah, man. He lives close to here. What's his name?
That used to be Chris that used to work with me.
That was pretty sweet last
Oh,
weekend.
right. That's where I've seen that before.
Definitely.
I like that paint job.
It was just a trail run, everybody running together more or less.
Yep.
Cool.
The TRX6 white color is getting popular.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
any.
it's got that silver hue white body.
Did you
The arch
see?
is white.
Did you see the new red body? The new red body is actually really nice with the clear windows and the interior. That's really nice.
The TRX6.
Yeah.
Gotta hold out for that semi now. If they're gonna make one where I
Mhm.
can all a TRX or a Fortec on the back, that's gonna
Right.
get me one for sure.
Yep. Plus those rat rod bodies are pretty cool if they come out for the Fortec.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
hot
that's gonna-
rod models. The Celine should sell well too. So
Yeah, true. Looks pretty
I
stable
still
to be a
like
good
the
speed car.
Ford GT is nice, but it's beat up pretty bad.
Work? Okay, man.
Hmm.
oh,
This is the
I
guy
saw
that
that Stuart Mac
come on,
got
focus.
one of the TT02s to do 126 miles an hour.
Sean.
Yeah,
this is
that's
the guy
that's
got
yeah,
the
that's him.
TRX6.
That's Sam.
That's Sam.
Yep. Nice.
So he came over. Because he was saying I was debating on buying a TRX4 or buying a 6x6. So he was debating on the axial or whatever. So he decided, why not just get that one, because it's a kind of a TRX4 and it's a 6x6. So
Yeah, because he came in, our inventory was saying I had the silver one, and for some reason the silver is $20 more compared to black. And I said, no, I have a black one in stock, but it's not in my inventory. I just added to inventory, and I said to him, it's our display one, never been used. It's just been molested, let's say.
Wasn't there one that had external paint on it? Is that the one that cost more,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's why the
No,
silver's
that
more
was
is
the
'cause it's-
TRX4 normal.
Doesn't the TRX white one cost more? The TRX6 one that's white, does that cost more too?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Even on actual cars, some colors are more expensive than others. So yeah, some colors that they use on cars, some of them are more expensive than others. Some are
Right.
500, some are 300 extra. for
Color
the car.
changing paints and stuff too.
yeah, color changing
It
paint.
depends on I guess it depends on what type of mixing and chemical mixing they
Yeah,
had to
some
do
of
with
the
it.
tri-coats are more expensive. Yeah.
What I would like to see, you've seen those new Lexus colors? Those look like liquid metal.
No.
Oh, there's these new beautiful colors on Lexuses now that I would like to see someone put on a hobby car. It would be fantastic.
I'd like to just like wash one of those with that kind of paint and like buff it up and stuff. Like I'm super into detailing and like the difference in quality of paints and like man, like some of the higher end paint
Yeah, I see
stuff
myself.
is just
I bet you that Lexus color is worth more, is probably their most expensive paint.
yeah, it's probably a super high end paint and you start buffing that thing, it's probably just got some nice
Probably
shine.
Tamiya paint.
Hey John, did you see the
Bunch of
new
paint in the world.
Mark 8? The new Golf Mark 8 body?
I have, yeah.
What do you
Oh,
think
they
of
come
it?
out with a new Golf?
Don't like it.
You don't like the new 8, the new 2020 model?
No, I don't.
They just keep ruining cars. I miss the good old days.
Hey, we
Oh,
got
a lot
somebody
of people
new
like the
there.
new art.
I don't like the
Basil?
nose
Yeah,
design.
Welcome.
Izzo, bad shop. What's going
No.
on? What are you working
Kinda-
on?
busy
Nothing
here.
at the moment. I just was listening to everybody. Didn't want to interrupt the conversation that was happening. Particularly, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Get
But
a
when
nice
you
setup.
move your camera, you got to mute yourself.
Sorry. Hold up.
There. I just
That's
muted you
perfect.
so you move your camera.
Ding.
You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'll unmute him once he's finished moving his camera.
There you
Set up
go.
your camera and I'll. Okay, cool. Steve is gonna go live tomorrow night.
Terrible. Just fucking put it back here. Shoot.
No, he's still not ready. There we go.
There.
There. Now you're unmuted. You got
Don't
your head
touch.
cut off, but it's all good.
Sorry about that.
Don't touch.
We don't need to see your head. We just need to see what you're working on.
His neck. What's not his head, his neck.
And Ezzo.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
What are you working on?
Cleaning my scale garage desk area. It's, well, you can't see this area, but there's a big rig. There's 2 or 3 drift cars, some bodies.
It's easy. Just lay your arm down on it and move it to the side.
That's a lot of De Niro's I'm throwing away.
No, just scooch it over to the side, you know, just make a pile to the side.
Need a scale broom and shop vac.
Yeah.
Why does your place look like
As I said
Clodbusters?
earlier, there's
all those that graveyard of Clodbusters?
so there's the new red 6x6 body. That actually looks
That's
really
nice.
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 Now they got white and red.
Yeah, the red one looks really nice.
TRX6?
Yeah,
Red always pops.
It's the new
and it's got the black fender, which is nice.
Yeah, I'll show you a side view of it here. Hold on.
Oh, the fenders on the outside are black?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, there's the side view of it.
Oh.
You know.
That
Is it a
looks
bright
sexy.
blue or burgundy?
Oh, how I feel about that.
That, I like that.
Yeah, see, that looks a lot nicer than the black and the gray ones.
Yeah. Because
I
that,
haven't
No,
that
that
just
black one
popped.
was nice. That black one on the trail looked really nice.
The
Yeah.
black Merc
So-
looks nice.
That
Cannoneer is
black
nice
and
too.
black
Is
one's nice.
Is that bright red or a burgundy?
It's red wine, they're calling it.
Yeah. Red wine. I saw
Yeah,
something about
red
that.
Why do you
wine.
make me feel so fine?
Now, next time I go see Sean, I'm gonna have to give him a $5 extra just so he can call me first and not call Net Cruiser RC to actually do a in-store demo.
Oh, did you hear that, John?
I don't get called.
You don't call him.
Phone
No,
calls
he
me.
just shows up in time.
Yeah. Just randomly
You
show
guys
up.
are close to each other, or no, you're within an hour
I
of
didn't
each
even
other.
do a video on the TRX6.
No, me neither.
You know, I'm
But he
going to be
did do
needing to find somebody to detail and paint this tank about springtime. I
Dang,
don't know if
dude.
there's somebody here that's ever done it before. It's Tiger One.
That is sick. So is that the same one that Sparks built? Same size?
RC Sparks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got his was the metal version. This is the plastic one.
The metal one weighs over 200
It weighs
pounds.
200 and something kilograms, I think.
But same
Yeah, it's
company.
on his dad's house. It's in-
No, this is a Field Armor. His was there's another manufacturing company that makes it's pretty much the same thing,
Yeah.
but you know,
Okay.
but it's
If
the all
it's
metal version.
200 kilograms, times that by 2.2 pounds, and that's how heavy it is.
Something that big.
350.
Plastic's better. You got to be able to move it around.
Well, the metal version's 1/8 inch. So, and then you got
5th scale, that thing?
it's a 1/6 scale. It's about 4 foot, a little over 4 foot long on the body.
I bet you yours is faster because it's lighter.
Well, I don't know. It's running on those are power wheels. The motors are out of power
Oh.
wheels.
Hey, I've seen those wheels go fast with a lot of voltage.
Oh,
I got them up to 18. I'm not taking them to 24.
Oh, it's just loose. Oh, good. Okay.
I just got the automatic fan working on it for the cooling block where the power MOSFETs are. It's ready to go. It's working.
You know, you could get that. Someone makes a liquid cooled system for the motors now.
What for in this? In this
I
thing?
guess it's for most motors. I don't know how it does it. It has water going through these tubes around it. I don't know how they do it.
No, I got off of a quadcopter. I got a fan blade right here and a temperature sensor. So it feeds the temperature into the microcontroller, and when it reaches a certain temperature threshold, this brushless quadcopter motor blows air down on top of the cooling block. There's a great big aluminum cooling block with all the power transistors, and it just blows air up and through.
Oh, yeah.
Cryptomaniacs did something on a liquid cooled motor system. You should watch it, and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if I would trust it.
It works
You know,
fine.
That's a lot of power in there, dude. That's a lot of power. three of the 2S 5,000 milliamp batteries in there.
Oh, really?
And,
Wow.
Wonder if you can jerry rig up some kind of, well, they make pre-done made thermal liquid cooling systems for computers. I have one on my CPU. You just bolt it right in. If you could modify the block that goes on the CPU to whatever area that's generating the most heat and provide the pump, I think it's either 5 volts or 12 volts. I think it plugs in internal USB on the computer. I think it's 5 volts. So you just think 5 volts, a few amps to power the pump, and it's all pre-made with the liquid and everything all in it. Has a radiator block with, mine has a radiator block
right
with 2
on.
fans.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, that
Just
would
a
work
thought
great.
there. I don't know. I thought I'd throw that out there.
You know, I like ripping crap apart and using it. You know?
Right?
I mean,
it's like I'd rather drive most things than and break them and fix them than watch them be pretty on the shelf. But there's a few you got to leave on the shelf. There's a few of them.
Right on.
But I know what you're saying with that thing though. That looks awesome. And that looking at that,
minutes and I'll give me a couple minutes and I'll get the tracks turned on and get
Woo!
the batteries.
Electric cars use liquid cooling for their batteries, so you could get something that would work.
because you could, I'm pretty sure my computer one either, I'm pretty sure the pump itself runs off the 5 volt circuit. Something else runs off the 12 volt on the assembly. But yeah, you don't need that much voltage. It's all DC. So
right on.
It's an idea.
Is that a 14 scale semi?
But
this is Tamiya.
Axiomatic RC got it. It's Armor Tech that makes the other one that the RC Sparks got.
Yeah,
Armor Tech. Thank you, Axiomatic.
Looking at that tank though makes me want to fix my 5th scale gasser. An old Harm SX3 2004. I miss it. It's over that way.
It's amazing how big those look, even in 14 seconds.
Oh, Scottzilla's getting crawler tires now. He's getting into the game of crawler tires.
Oh, they're like chips, Scott. They're like chips.
These ones.
You can't have one. I started with one, and look what happens. They multiply.
Yeah,
they're like chips.
The wallet doesn't.
Okay.
What tires are they, Scott?
Well, these are the really good ones called All Star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually got these tires on these wheels, but as you can tell, when I was going to mount them on the feedlight, all I did was yank them off because they weren't mounted up anyway. I didn't want to glue them because I didn't know what I wanted to do with them just yet. So
yeah.
I got so many tires I can use here that are glued on and I can't get them off, and the hubs are stripped out, so they're basically crap. You know.
Well, boil them or bake them. They'll come off.
No, the
I
heat
tried to bake one time and I could not get them off. I
the
gave
heat
up.
gun is the best thing ever for them.
Yeah,
And I tried, and then the rim got all flexy, rubbery crap, and didn't know.
Yeah, but the rims are gone anyway, so you don't have to worry about the rims.
But it was the rubber on the tire was deforming too. It was stretching out, and
No, that heat gun is the best thing ever. And low speed, just have it in low speed, or is actually the
little big.
Those are good for mounting lifetime bodies too.
And you just have it going around really slow.
Right on.
I actually done a video with a TRX4. I took the Bronco tires off, the Bronco rims. No damage to the rims or nothing. And only took
I saw a video. They boiled them. They put them in a pot and then boiled them for a while.
Yeah.
But the problem with
that's an old trick. Yeah.
When they tried taking them off, the hot friggin' water was squirting all over them and stuff.
Yeah. That heat gun, if you just go around in circles slowly, it only takes about 5 minutes.
Yeah, the boiling trick doesn't work very well.
Times I couldn't get it.
Yeah,
We've got to give it another shot.
The oven trick is not wife friendly.
They boil drift tires to get them to go onto the rims, but they're plastic.
Who said something about an oven?
The acetone works.
I baked them in the oven before, but that didn't really work.
Yeah, I tried that
section
too.
it wouldn't really get off.
How about nail polish remover? Would that work?
There was something about brake fluid. .2 or .3 brake fluid.
Acetone
works.
too,
I've heard that for bodies, the brake fluid thing.
Acetone, yes, but brake fluid, no. Brake fluid is for removing paint off the body.
Yeah, yeah.
But acetone would work, but it's very corrosive, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, it depends on quality of rim you have.
Yeah, 20% nitro is what I use to get the paint off the body.
20% nitro?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Nice.
You use nitro to take the tire, separate the wheels and rims when they're glued?
No, I never tried that. No.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. I'm sorry.
No, for taking the paint off the bodies.
Yeah, I've heard that.
20% nitro for removing the paint, for real? I have some old 20% kicking around somewhere.
It's the best stuff ever for removing the bodies.
You ever light that stuff on fire?
What, the 20%?
The nitro fuel, yeah. One time
No, I never have, dude. I've always been afraid.
I poured a trail from an old jug.
Yeah, that's perfect. That'll take the paint off.
I have no idea how old this fuel is. All I know is I tried to run some old Fortec on it and it would not crank. And by the time I got it to crank, it just peed fuel out the exhaust, which told me the head in the ring was blown. But this was years ago I bought this and I've still had it. So this 20% now I'm going to redo some bodies. If you say that works brilliantly.
Why don't you just scan the barcode?
Yeah.
That's an idea. I don't have a scanner, but I guess I could use
your
one
phone.
of them QR apps, right?
Yeah, your phone will do
it. Let's see.
Either that or go to use your Amazon app and just click on it. It might pull up some more info on it.
Let's see here. Because
No,
it should read
RC
some
Mass
kind of,
Master.
SKU, right?
Yeah. RC Mass Master says eat 8 nitro. You don't eat nitro. You put it in the car. Don't eat it.
Nitro. The car.
It's not Kool-Aid?
Yeah, it's not Kool-Aid. Don't eat it. Don't drink it.
That'll really put some lead in your pencil.
Hey, Tank, so it's not the new Tide Pod?
The new Tide Pods.
Tide Pod challenge.
The new RC thing challenge. It's nitro. You got to try that. It's like Kool-Aid. It really gets you going.
Yeah, I'll try that tomorrow morning.
So instead of when you drink this 20%, instead of going, oh yeah, it's that beautiful crispy nitro acceleration sound that we all love. And if it's a 2-speed, and the clutch, I haven't driven a nitro in a long time, boys. That's why I'm all excited.
I started on nitro.
We broke the 20% out, and look what happens.
When I got back in the RCs a couple of years ago, I did not want to get back into them. And then buddy Larry that keeps some of his stuff down here, he bought one and brought it down here to work on it. And as soon as he started it up, it was like, yeah, I got to get another one.
It looks fun. I just don't know if I could dedicate myself to actually using it when I have my lipo powered vehicles. I have enough time driving the vehicles I have now.
They're a lot of maintenance. They're almost too much maintenance.
Yeah.
The gas ones?
Yeah.
Nitros, yeah. I just have so many stories of just times failed.
Believe it or not, even in the shop, we have, I think, maybe 2 nitros in completely for sale. I have a Lucia 8 and a Traxxas E-Revo. And even then, they don't move that much.
They're just high maintenance, but we all know we love them. They're a guilty pleasure.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so I scanned that thing. I got my scanner app, scanned it. I actually got some web results.
Really?
This one thing's here. It says last time this was scanned to our database was in 2017.
Okay.
So wait a sec here. Let me.
It'll be fine. No,
3 years ago already.
It's probably still fine. No, it's in a sealed container.
So that's what it says there. If I go up.
What's this?
Scanned. Blah, blah, oh. Come on. Cooperate. You know what? Wait. I know the trick. There's a trick. Turn the brightness down.
Hey, that's slick.
Come on.
I gotta remember that.
Turn the brightness down and your camera will cooperate. Last scan, 2017. And now I'm going to keep searching, but this is what has been found the first hit.
That's the last
interesting.
time that UPC was scanned.
Now I'm guessing to that database and or
It's probably
when it was-
still fine though. I would open the container and smell it and see.
does nitromethane age very nicely, gentlemen? Shall we have a whiff?
It's like a good,
Nitromethane gas.
it's like a good bottle of single barrel.
It depends. If it was left open for a long period of time, the
burn some
nitro
brain
will
cells, have a
go
whiff.
out.
It was capped for years.
Okay, then if
That's
it's
the last
never
time I used
left wide open, you should still be fine.
It should still be
I don't know if they still teach this method in school, but I learned in science the wafting technique, where I've watched most younger kids go straight in on the nose. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Okay, so I opened it. Let's waft it.
Wafting.
Ah, yes.
And
Mm, it smells great.
You forgot the
let me turn
cigarette.
on-
Vintage.
Let me turn on the smell-o-vision
That
and
stuff lasts
everybody
longer
can
than gasoline.
Oh, you got that option.
yeah,
Look,
smell-o-vision.
all you got to look for in nitro. I'm going to tell you how to see if your nitro is bad. It's simple. You don't swish it when you pick it up. You tip it nice and slow and you pour a little bit into a cup. If you got sediment in the bottom, that means it's separating. If you're getting separation, toss it.
All right. Let's
tip.
see.
I think we're all enjoying watching Nezzo smell it though.
Yeah.
God, like
Just drink it and you'll see.
this reminds me of the 90s, really, for some reason. Like the first nitro car I ever drove in the 90s, and the first time I smelled the sweet blue exhaust and
later, Steve.
No sound kit needed.
no
All right,
sound
look,
kit needed.
Look, put the top back on it,
Yeah.
hold it up to the light, and then look at the bottom and see if there's any separation sediments in it.
But if you were
That
getting
is
settlement,
so clear. Holy shit. Sorry, excuse me.
but it should still be good, even if you're
Here.
getting separation. It should still be good for stripping.
You tell me.
Oh, for stripping, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it should still be good for stripping paint though.
I think it would probably fire a car.
I think
It's
it
clear.
might run, man.
It's super clear.
You didn't shake it, did you?
Nope.
Does it last longer than gasoline?
You know, usually you can get 4 or 5 years if it's in a dark, cool place. It's not in the sunlight and stuff.
Well,
Correct.
that's good because it's lived in my garage, and a garage gets typically cold in the winter, but not as cold as outside.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it on race day, but for bashing,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, right. Let me just show up with 3-year-old race fuel, boys. I'm gonna take you all down with me old
Yeah.
HPI RS4 Sport 3 Nitro.
Just give it
Here
to one
we
of your
go.
competitors.
Oh,
Right.
That's funny.
So that stuff lasts longer than gasoline.
See you later, Steve-O.
Later, Steve-O.
that's funny.
See you later, Steve.
That would probably fire the car I have over there. That when I took it on a trade, I never tried to fire it. But the guy who owned it previously, redid the entire engine and tuned it. And he's like, it'll run mint. And I'm like, do you remember Nitro? Every time you take it out, you got to retune it. So I'm like, if I take it out 2 years later, it's got to be exactly like it was today, August 13th at 5:35 p.m. when you tuned it, or it won't work the same. It'll work, but not. Maybe it won't fire. It'll take 10 minutes to fire versus 30 seconds.
I got an old bottle of Nitro over here too. It's like 2 or 3 or 4 years, and it still runs. We use it in the T-Max.
Nice.
Cool.
It's 20%, I think.
It lasts longer than gasoline doesn't.
I bumped into something. Sorry.
So this right here came with that RC 4-wheel drive that I got. I don't know. It was almost full when we got it.
Ooh, monster horsepower.
Yeah, but it's 20%. It was almost full when we got it, and it's down to here now. We ran all that in the 3.3 and haven't had no problems with it.
Jatco, whatever they call it.
What's that?
There's what model that's called the Jetco or Jatco from the Traxxas.
Jado.
Jado.
It says
Jado, yeah.
Monster, Monster Horsepower Trinity RC Fuel.
This is
like a
the
big
Nitro I
motor
got,
for a
which I
small
haven't
car.
tried to fire at all, but was rebuilt apparently. It's all stock, I think, for the most part.
That's not
But
an
it's
HPI.
Yeah, it's
Hell,
HPI.
I'd give it a shot, man. You never know. That's
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit
what
of
I
fun on the bottle.
I think it's an old RS4 Sport 3 or something.
Yeah, it looks like that.
My intention though, when I got it, was to completely take out the front end and put proper drift, like 70-degree angle steering in it, so I could rear wheel brap this thing like I brap my electric ones, which this one particular model here I'll highlight. Here's one of the ones I have. High motor, high mid rear motor setup, mostly direct to the rear diff. But the steering, yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
So the idea
It's like
is
90 degrees.
when you go in, when
Do
you
that
go into
again.
the corner
That's
and
really
the car
good.
goes, you get and honestly, it looks so good. It looks
Dude,
so
that's
scale
sick.
and good. So yeah.
I
So
want
you
to do
can-
that to my Slash.
right? So that's the goal, is to put that kind of a front end on this Nitro and send it straight against the wall. Well, not into, but like drift the wall type thing. Full sendo.
Send it into
Use
the
all your
wall,
sound
he
effects.
says.
Well, a lot of guys send it towards the wall and they end up drifting past the wall. So it ends up working out. But sometimes you put too much hot sauce on it and you send it into the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hear you.
Luckily, we don't go. We get fast, but we don't go fast enough to really break the car every corner, which is nice. So, but with a
So
Nitro,
you're trying to go for that
yeah, I
slow
never know.
controlled drift.
This one's actually only a single speed, so I shouldn't get up to too much trouble. But that was the intention with that.
What
Nitro
size
car,
motor
since
is
we're
that?
Talking about Nitro.
What size motor was that?
In this thing,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's here. I'll put up the camera.
0.15.
I'm guessing it's either a 0.12 or a 0.15. It's not. It doesn't look very big. I don't
That's
think
the
it's.
CXP. The CXP 18.
Is a 0.18 this one?
Yeah, I think that's the CXP 18.
Because the head's a bit bigger than like what the old like 12s and stuff were. I don't remember it being the old HPI, like what they call 5-star or Firestar motor, whatever it was. And I know this not a big block size, like a 3.0 big block. So
They made a 20 CXP and an 18 CXP.
maybe this is an 18, a single speed, single disc clutch or single disc brake. I think it's probably the standard. What's that? Triple shoe clutch, double shoe, triple shoe, whatever.
Probably
It's
a triple
probably all
shoe.
factory. But it's supposed to work. I guess the only thing I'd probably really replace to be safe would be the fuel lines, because I don't really trust those. They're so old. It might work, but yeah, I might have problems.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
fuel line
I
is
don't know. I want to try and fire it just to fire it, not actually drive it, just to see if it'll fire it.
Well,
Fire,
what are you waiting for?
fire in the hole.
I love that laugh.
Well, guys, it's past
sounds like,
11:30. Past my bedtime.
Okay.
My mom's gonna be mad I'm still up at night.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
Thank you, everybody that showed up. I really appreciate it. I think we had 13 people here in the live video chat for a little while, which is really nice, having 13 people. And we didn't step on each other's feet, so we took our time and talked about a bunch of stuff. So that was really cool. So thank you, everybody, for showing up. And we'll do a round table and say bye to everybody. We'll start with Brad.
Thanks for having me, everybody. I always like getting on the video chats.
Really?
And I'll go on the bottom of the screen. Green Frog.
Had fun, guys. Lucky 13 had a night.
Nizo.
Well, first time in, probably won't be the last time. Live streams are a lot of fun. Thanks for
Thank
letting
you.
me join.
Thanks for jumping in. Net Cruiser RC.
Come on, guys. It's fun. Happy 2020, everyone.
Thank you, Sean. DGSPC SPRC.
Thank you, guys, and it was fun, and hope I can come back the next time, and for sure.
RC Propaganda.
Yeah, thanks for hosting, Tank. Glad to be here. Thanks everyone for a good time and Happy New Year. Let's kick it off.
Thank you,
and,
Trail
move
Critter
on.
RC.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Hope everyone has a great Happy New Year, and we'll see you next Thursday or tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow on Steve O'D's channel. Scottzilla.
See you guys next time. Had a great time, and hope you guys have a great 2020.
Thank you, James Ryan.
Hey, peace. Thanks for letting me show off the tank here. And I got a bunch of videos of it driving on YouTube, and I kind of need subscribers. So, you know, I'll put a comment in the chat so you can just follow me there right to my YouTube channel. So there you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Again.
JMRC.
I think I subbed to you today.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Brad started jumping in, so I figured I'd.
Okay.
But it was a fun time learning what was going on and chatting about some different vehicles and we're working on some and trying not to take any. Have a good year. There's the 2020.
We're gonna have lots of fun in 2020. Sean's RC Adventure.
All right, everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop into the chat and spending your Thursday night with us. We'll see you all tomorrow night in Steve O'D's. And thank you, as usual. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for jumping in, guys. Really appreciate it. And guys, we'll spotlight video. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week on RC Talk, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for jumping in.